Okay, the lighting is not so great right now because it's, the time change just happened when I was filming this. It's evening and I don't know what to do with my lighting. Never claimed to be a professional lighting person, and finding that kind of perfection in my video making is always so fucking elusive. And right there, that's a great way to sort of introduce the topic I'm going to be talking about today, which is chasing perfection. Now, I make these videos on occasion from time to time. I talk about this when I speak at live events. This is a subject that is very dear to my heart, and at the same time, probably one of the subjects of my shame. Not that I think I need to feel shame, but that I do feel shame. So we're going to talk about perfection, how we view our crafting, plannering, lettering, all those different paper crafting, that whole world in our lives for our hobbies, the things that bring us joy, and how we perceive them and how we portray them on social media. I'm going to give you a relevant story. As some of you know who've been watching my channel for a while now, I was not someone who was interested in bullet journaling to start with. People were telling me I'd probably like it. They were trying to get me to do it, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to do that. And then I gave it a try because people said I should, and I didn't like it, and I stopped. And then I tried again, and I tried to be something I wasn't, and I didn't like it, and I stopped. And I finally started doing it and not giving a fig about whether or not I was doing things that other bullet journalers were doing, and somehow it stuck. And I was filming this every week. I've been filming my bullet journaling damn near every week since July, and I have tried really hard in that time to stick to things that work for me and not try to do things that other people do them. But the vortex of bullet journaling on Pinterest and on YouTube and on Instagram and on all the places, that vortex is deep. The vortex is dark and full of terrors, and it sucks you in. And for me, I had started trying to avoid doing the things I was seeing bullet journal famous people doing on Instagram. And every time I caught myself doing something like that, for example, in August or whenever it was when I tried doing my monthly roundup where I assessed my goals and looked at how I was doing things and blah, blah, blah. And I did this thing and it felt fucking fake. It felt fake as fuck. And I was like, I can't do this again. I'm not using this. I did it because I thought I was supposed to and not because I actually wanted to or that it was actually useful for me. So I have gotten better at catching myself doing things in my bullet journal because people on Instagram do them. But what I have found myself now getting sucked into is doing things on YouTube because other bullet journaling YouTubers do them. For example, I've been testing out some different thumbnails, and I've been looking at the ones that are working for the people who are getting shit tons of views on their bullet journal videos, and maybe possibly altering them to look like that while still trying to have them look, I don't know, like me. And I'm still not entirely certain whether I like that or not. And I'm not sure if it's me or if I'm just doing it because that's what'll get me put forward in the algorithm so that more people will find my videos. And I've tried watching a lot of these bullet journal videos from the big people, the hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And then there's other people who don't have shit tons of subscribers but get 60, 70, 100,000 views on their bullet journal videos. And I'm like, well, I wonder if maybe I'm doing something wrong and that's why my bullet journal videos aren't getting numbers like that. And then I watch these videos and I see them and they are beautiful. They are pristine. They are mellow, like almost to a T. Most of these huge videos that blow up have someone with a super even keeled voice, and it's very soothing and nothing ever gets fucked up, and it's all looking really beautiful and precise and perfect, and the thumbnail is precise and perfect. And I'm like, I will never be that person. Am I failing? Should I be doing it that way? Since I'm not doing it that way, is that me doing something wrong as a YouTuber who happens to bullet journal? Not gonna lie, my bullet journal videos have become some of the more popular videos on my channel. And so I've been examining that to try and figure out if that's something that viewers want to see. Do I need to change how I do things or upgrade how I do things or something? And then I watch these videos and I see how precise and perfect and soothing and perfect everything is. And I'm like, I can't be that. I will never be that. And if I ever am that, it's because I put on such a big fucking front that I was able to fool you all, and it would probably kill my fucking soul. And it's not because those bullet journaling YouTubers are wrong or fake or whatever. That's probably who they are, but that's not who I am. And I'm sure that there's room for everybody out there. I tell myself all the time, there's room for everybody out there, and I need to stop comparing myself to other people. One of my favorite YouTubers, Jay Smooth, refers to that as the little hater, the person in the back of your brain who tells you that everything you're doing isn't good enough. You know, there's been articles about the imposter syndrome, about how what you're doing isn't good enough. And I try really hard to remind myself, because I like to make sure that you all know that what you are is good enough, regardless of what you're doing. But then it's one of those do as I say, not as I do, because I can preach that all day. But then if I go and I fall down the fucking bullet journaling on YouTube vortex, and now I'm suddenly not feeling good enough, and my little haters are singing in this little fucking chorus being like, ha ha ha, you're annoying and you cuss and you put 2 19s and no 20s in your calendar and you're all over the place and blah, blah, blah. And then I start doubting myself, and I decide, and I'm also spitting all over myself because that's how worked up I am, which is just great. That's my nickname when I was a kid, was Drooly Davy, and now you know that about me. It's this idea of chasing perfection, and you find it in any of these fucking lifestyle, paper crafting, planning, lettering, any of these kind of communities on the internet. There is so much emphasis placed on perfection and beauty and perfectly staged and glorious looking and all these things. And I cannot for the fucking life of me do that. I am never gonna be one of those soothing, precise, perfect YouTubers. I'm never gonna be one of those soothing, precise, perfect Instagrammers. I'm never gonna be one of any of those people, and I need to be okay with that. I need to be okay with being who I am, and you need to be okay with being who you are, because this isn't just a video about me ranting about how I need to stop looking at these videos that frankly don't do it for me, which is why I started making videos in the first place, because I didn't see a lot of videos where I felt reflected. And I still don't in a lot of these categories, in the categories of bullet journaling or planner videos or crafting videos or lettering videos. I don't see who I am reflected. I don't even see someone close to who I am reflected most of the time. And this is how I express my individuality. And I need to get better at reminding myself of that when I'm the little hater is starting to speak up, because I've been feeling it a lot lately. Maybe it's because of the fires and everything else that happened in October to make my life just feel like it exploded, which has been the case. I feel like inadequate is really how I've been feeling lately. I don't know where this inadequacy is really coming from. I don't know what spawned it, but I know that it's something to be vigilant against, because it happens a lot. And I don't like the person it turns me into, and I feel like I have to start adjusting who I am to please somebody else. So I need to be vigilant about that. It felt really appropriate to post this in November as we're heading into the holidays. Those pressures to be perfect and to get everything exactly right, whether it's when you have family visiting or for dinners or for holidays or for presents or for whatever, that pressure is constant. And to be perfectly honest with you, and you know this as well as I do, we put that on ourselves. No one is harder on us than we are. So I need to remember that, and you need to remember that. And I know that this video is kind of I swear to God, I keep fucking drooling on myself. I'm such a fucking pro, aren't I? That's what I want this video to be. I just want it to be me bearing it for you, letting you know how I've been feeling lately about the content I've been creating and the videos I've been making. Not that I'm not proud of them. I am proud of the work I do. I am. But at the same time, that inadequacy, it keeps rising up, and I've just got to look at it and be like, motherfucker, I ain't got time for you. If my telling you how I've been feeling maybe helps you feel a little bit better, it'll be worth it. And if some asshole shows up in the comments and decides to give me crap, maybe my PMS that's been sort of ongoing this whole month will show itself, will rear its ugly head. How do you deal with the little hater? How do you deal with when you feel inadequate, or when you feel like the pressures, whether they're external in your life or whether they're from social media or whether they're on yourself? How do you manage that? How do you decompress when you feel that pressure rising up in you? Give us some ideas down in the comments. Let's get this conversation going. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.